guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, hello, my name is Kim and I go by 𝐘𝐬𝐷 here on YouTube. If you are returning, thank you so much, and if you're new, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited for all the new subscribers. I am very excited. We are going to go ahead and pull some cards today for the Arcturian Starseeds and see what energies are coming through for you. I'm also going to be pulling some constellations, and I'm going to be pulling a few activations from the Starseed Oracle by Wizard Azanon. He has an amazing YouTube channel. I highly recommend it. It'll be listed in the description box below. But most of these cards that he has within this Oracle deck coincide with short videos that he has made that are full of DNA upgrades and activations that you can go watch after the reading that will really help you implement and integrate these different energies this coming month. So I highly recommend you doing so. Did you see that card fly out? You have the Knight of Wands, and it's amazing. This horse energy is coming through really strong, and the horses are from Arcturus. Okay, so very strong, loyal, loving, trusting energies. Stable, strong, majestic, loving. I'm also feeling a lot of like blue dragon energy, which is quite interesting. Maybe they want me to pull all of these, I don't know, but we're gonna put them back. These are the ones they wanted me to take out. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of fiery energy here, which isn't like the Arcturians. Usually I don't pick up on that kind of energy for the Arcturians, but it's interesting that that's coming through. Yeah, I'm not surprised this card came through. How I interpret the cards also is so unique and so different. It's a very multi-dimensional, faceted way of interpreting cards. It's how it's channeled from my galactic guides through me, and it's a multi-dimensional way of looking at all different facets and aspects of the cards. I'm not limited to just one or two explanations or definitions. They change all the time as they are all multi-dimensional portals of each other, of one another. I see. I see why they wanted me to take this deck out. This is Arcturian written all over it. King Arthur much? I don't know why that just came through, but Merlin, King Arthur, those kind of energies just came through. Okay, those are going there. We're going to pull a couple from here. And I just go where they take me. Huge Arcturian card here with the horse, and this says lift the curse, forgive. So this is asking you to forgive many things. This is not one of the cards. But it's interesting, it's in this deck. This is Deep Knowing. Must have got mixed up in there somehow. Weave your own destiny. We're gonna piece this all together in just a second here, guys. Okay, we have a card out. Accept the opportunity that is offered. This is in the reverse. It's interesting because this is under the Tower card. This is so interesting. I want to pull one more for these ending cards here. Have hope for the future. New energies are coming in. If you haven't checked out the Pleiadian reading, I highly recommend you do so, because we got this really awesome download about this newer frequency and electricity that's coming in and being anchored in through the planet at this time, slowly but surely. It's an organic frequency. It's not man-made. It may be ET, but it's not man-made by any means. It's not like 5G. Let's just say it's completely different. We have Knight of Wands. So this, like I said, is the Arcturian energy. And we have the double horse here. Arcturus coming through strong right away. And I really see you guys maybe dwelling too much on the past. And it's like these energies that are working with you are trying to help you face the future. They're trying to help you gain clarity on what had happened in the past. And the only way that you are going to move forward is through forgiveness. So this says lift the curse, forgive. This is Matcha lifting the curse of war, right? It's like you almost release your own shadows by forgiving others that had done you, I guess, wrong in your perspective, and also that had, and also the forgiveness that needs to be forgiven within and released within yourself. Even forgiving your shadow. I mean, it all plays a role. It's there for a reason, right? I'm seeing you channeling like this sort of like, it's not an ancient symbol really. It's like a circular thing. It's almost like, it's not a talisman either. It's almost like a ship, but it's more than that. It's more complex. It's like a molecule or an atom or a cell, but it's like being represented here in the form of a ship, like a light ship. It's almost like this is an organic living thing. It's living creature. It's not tangible, right? It's not physical. I don't really know how to describe it, but this is kind of like the influxes of energies that you'll be receiving this month, and aha moments and higher attuned realizations. We also have you maybe dwelling on things that didn't work out as far as your gifts go, but you're getting a hold on this coming month by opening and working with your heart chakra and really standing firm and strong in your beliefs and your knowings. We have deep knowing right below that. So you have a lot of really deep wisdom, deep knowing. Arcturians are so very, very brilliant, so very intelligent. They're your architects. They're your engineers. They're your mathematicians. They're your professors. They're your scientists. They're your alchemists. Arcturians are great minds, okay? And even if you're not good at the ones I had mentioned, you have a very distinct way of solving issues and algorithms that aren't of the physical nature. You have a way of rising above physical things on this earth. You see more in reasons of energy. You see more in ways of mathematics or higher geometrical patternings or symbolisms or ancient wisdom. You have this ability to channel these very futuristic, and I don't want to say futuristic because time ultimately coexists all at once, but it's a way of where you can bring this perspective down here on the earth where it's so dense to where people are just now waking up to the fact that they have the ability to do this themselves. We also have the Chariot here, and we have Unbound right below the Chariot. So you're bringing back in balance, and oh my gosh, I cannot make this up. He is literally riding, oh no, he's not riding on a dragon, but I swear to God, when I just looked at it, I thought that was a dragon's head, and I thought these were the wings, and I thought they were rainbow wings, and here's just a sleeve. But I swear to God, I swear to you, I'm seeing this blue dragon. I'm seeing a blue dragon, and it's so funny. It's so funny because when I started receiving flashbacks and remembrances of dragons, mine appeared as this really big blue one. And it's interesting because Lori Ladd did an interview quite recently with a Starseed child who's literally been to Arcturus, has seen it all, and saw the dragons there, and they were all blue. Okay, so it's really interesting. It's also an ignitement of this like fire. Remember, right off the bat, I said, Arcturus, I'm picking up this fiery energy from you. I'm not sure what this is. It's so unlike your character, but it's because you're really getting a hold on your inner empowerment and your inner creativity and anchoring it in. And it's this passionate fire. And it's like the dragons are working very, very closely with you. And why wouldn't it be fire, right? When the Arcturians work so closely with dragons and their energies. And they have ways of activating things on higher dimensional realms that they're learning how and teaching how to do so here to others. And this is unbound. This is releasing like your blockages, your perceptual limitations when it comes to perceiving rational thinking as opposed to unlimited thinking. It's all about the infinite. Arcturians are all about the infinity, the infinite mind, the infinite opportunities, the infinite perspectives, the infinite nature of all, right? And so in order to think this way in an such an open-minded way, you have to unbind yourself. You have to deprogram a lot of programming. This is also releasing patterns. See, I'm seeing a lot of stuff from the past just being brought up here this month. Unbinding, it's like you're releasing cords, you're cutting cords, soul contracts, past lives, really coming face to face with the shadow. And almost like by you recognizing the harmony and the harmonic and yin-yang role that it plays within your duality field of perception, you have an appreciation for it now. It's not a burden anymore. It's not a curse, really. These are lower dimensional frequency ways of thinking about things that we used to think that way, but now we're coming into the realization that they played their role. And now we have appreciation for them. We have appreciation for the dualistic nature that, used to exist, but now we're also starting to understand that we don't have to keep living this way either. We can rise above the duality. We can rise above lower frequency thinking and knowing or labels and patterns. So we're releasing a lot. You are Arcturians releasing a lot of soul patterns, contracts, past lives, perceptions, ways of looking at duality, ways of looking at things that used to come through in such a way to where it was this and this in a very comforting way of understanding it, but that was all false. So now you're really dipping in and coming into the truth. It's like you're dipping in. I wish I had the Temperance card right here because that really just shows exactly what you're doing. You guys know the Temperance card, but let me see if I can pull it out here. It's coming into balance with the etheric and the 3D. So it's like you got, I can't find it, but it's like you got one toe dipped into the water, which is the portal, which is the 3D, and you have one foot still anchored onto earth, which is grounding your energy, which is stabilizing your perception so you're not full blown out into the ethers, not even earthbound anymore, not even earthly anymore. But it's like you have to get comfortable with this not being earthbound because you aren't of earthbound. Does that make sense? So in a way you're just grounding these higher dimensional perspectives and thoughts and awarenesses and bringing them, anchoring them into earth. But in a sense, you're also deprogramming the fact that you have to be grounded in order to anchor them because you are not of this earth. You are part of the earth, but you're not of the earth. You're not from the earth. You realize that you're so galactic and multidimensional and more of a constellation, more of a star than an earthling, right? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Peace card. These both represent peace. Do you see how they're depicted here? Literally holding a coin. I feel like there's an offer coming in. There's an offer coming in. This could be a business offer. This could be someone really just offering their support to you. This could be just an offer of peace. Maybe just a frequency of peace that flows in. A release of stress, a release of burden, a sense of bliss, a wave of bliss that comes over you, and it helps you to see clearly. It helps you to stabilize your emotions and your thoughts and your awarenesses. But it's really beautiful. And Arcturians are also very, very big on the thought of unity consciousness, the knowing that we are all one, including the Creator. All is one. And so this whole unitement of peace awareness within the crown chakra. It's like literally hanging right above your head, because this is you. This is what you are. This is the embodiment role that you play while you're here on earth. We have inner temple in the reverse. This is devotion. This is tune into the portal of your heart. So whenever you're feeling almost like you're feeling too multidimensional, or you can't bring it back to the groundedness of earth and it's making you uncomfortable, you can just simply tap into your heart space. And your heart space is the portal that really anchors you back into your physical body. It's still higher dimensionally attuned, so it has a lot of higher frequency energy, so it helps to stabilize you when you're having a moment of perhaps disassociation, which is just you experiencing multidimensionality awareness while you're fully conscious. I feel like this could be happening more and more and more, because we're getting used to this light that's pouring into our light bodies that's, really helping us to upgrade. But it can cause a lot of physical ailments and attunements and strange occurrences as well. But when you are able to tune back into your heart space and just hold the love just for yourself there, it really helps to anchor you back into that awareness and that knowing that you're going to be okay. Okay, so we have the Lovers here. We have the Lovers card. And then it's interesting because right below that we have Weave Your Own Destiny. So perhaps in the past you had a lot of codependency. You were always, relying on somebody else to tell you how to feel, relying on somebody else to validate you, relying on somebody else to help you accomplish things. But I feel like this month you're really coming into your own and making peace with the fact that you hold both the feminine and the masculine aspects within inside of your body, that you don't need another person to complete you. You are fine on your own. This is really asking you to not lose yourself in relationships either. It can be quite common for empaths to lose themselves in relationships. This wants you to keep a stronghold and focus on yourself and your own destiny, your mission, your purpose, and weave it yourself. Weave your own destiny. Yeah, and it's coming to that really strong realization of your high priestessness, male or female. It's coming to that awareness that you are very, very powerful and sovereign, and you don't need anyone or anything to tell you otherwise. And you're making your dreams a reality and really following your mission and coming into your purpose. We have the Tower, which is almost like the Lovers in the reverse, if you look at it that way. So we have the Lovers, and then we have like the two mermaids flowing down. And it's like they're trying to get a hold on this knowledge of this ancient stone. It's almost like a skull. It's interesting because I received this message from a goddess friend who has a YouTube channel. Her name is Nudie Crystal Collection, or Nudie Crystal Channel. On YouTube, and I'll link her channel down below. She does prophetic messages where she predicts worldly events and things like that. And I just really love her energy. I love her so much. But she shared something with me recently about Lemuria and these crystal skulls and how they each are like computers and they hold records. And once that humanity is raised to a higher level of consciousness awareness, there's also an amethyst one, and the location of the amethyst one that holds everything that we need attunement wise and energy wise, and it's literally a computer. You can access records and download information. That's what crystals store, but this is an actual like computer. And once we reach that a level of awareness, the amethyst one will know the location of it and can access it. And it's going to be like one person, I think, or two or three. It almost kind of reminds me of the CDT plates. It's almost that kind of like interesting awareness, but I feel like it's something more than that. It's interesting, but it's like you guys are coming into this awareness of these different crystal technologies, crystal computers, ancient ones, but they're so far advanced from ours now. They require more earthly energies, cosmic energies than physical man-made computers here on Earth that we think are so much more advanced, when really they're not that much more advanced. So these ones are more organic, but they have higher ET. I guess I don't really know how to explain it. I guess when I try to explain this to people, I always say I believe that the past, like the ancient, is kind of like the future that we're going into as far as technologies. take that how it resonates. But I see you both figuring out something having to do with that. I don't know why that just came through, but it's coming through, so I'm just going to say it. I feel like the Sirians are working very, very closely with you guys as well this month. Very, very strongly working with you. And also the Mintakans. I'm getting the Mintakans as well. And I think there's going to be some Pleiadian influences that pop up throughout the month. And you'll just know. You'll recognize the attunements. It's not something you're going to have to label and be like, oh, that was a Pleiadian influence. No, you don't have to. You don't have to worry about that. But if it feels a little bit off or a little bit different, it's probably one of the different ones that you haven't worked with yet. And that is completely and totally fine as long as you're open-minded to it. But the Tower, I feel like there's some sort of like beginning and ending, or ending and beginning. And maybe it's just like that whole rebirthal cycle process that I keep picking up from each of the readings. We have accept the opportunity that is offered in the reverse. And this is the Glastonbury Goddess. And I feel like someone's coming to you with an offer. And I feel like you might be going through a lot at the time that this occurs, but it's wanting you to stay open-minded to this and accept it. Don't turn this offer down. There's some sort of magical opportunity here, or magical frequency, or magical person, or something that you're coming into, a friend, a family member, soulmate, whatever the case may be. Business opportunity, maybe it's just a fun opportunity, maybe it's a frequency attunement, maybe it's a healing. It could be anything. Don't label it. Don't stay closed-minded. Stay open-minded when it comes to this, but accept it. However that resonates for you this month. We have the Moon. A lot of you Arcturians have very strong emotions. Even though you aren't depicted that way, you aren't usually depicted as having very strong emotions. You're sometimes depicted as being quite harsh and cold when it comes to like the mathematical arena or the scientific arena. But honestly, the Arcturians are the highest ascended form of master healers that there are. And what requires healing? What do you need to hold in order to provide healing to others? What would you need to hold? You would need to hold compassion. You would need to hold empathy. And to be able to understand the connectivity on where to place that energy and to help the people in the first place. So your emotions are very, very strong, and they're wanting you to strengthen them more. So even if let's say you're a water sign, let's say you're a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, let's say you already hold these very strong emotional tendencies. They're wanting you to strengthen these more, so that way you can actually have more compassion, more empathy, more access to your healing abilities. Because what these emotions and these feelings represent are actually healing modalities that get strengthened through your emotions. Working with the Moon will be very beneficial for you this month, believe it or not. It's going to be very beneficial. Working with the Sun as well, balancing out the two. We have two very high light sources here. Do you see the Moon and the Sun? And it's awesome because the Sun is orange here. And what is orange in the Boots constellation, Arcturians? It's your Sun. It's Arcturus. It's like a gajillion times the size of our Sun. You're going to be really channeling in your home Sun energies. And these are going to really strengthen your emotions and your healing capacities. And they're wanting you to set the intention to connect to that Sun and channel in those encodements, those energies, those upgrades. It's going to happen naturally anyways, but when you set the intention, it is magnified. And it's going to very much benefit, it's going to benefit you very much this month. Starseed children. Okay, so a lot of you might have children. And if you do, they are definitely starseed children. And if you don't, then it's asking you to look to children for answers, look to children for healing, look to children for those higher frequency attunements, those ideas, those experiences. And it's so funny, did I not bring up in the beginning here about the dragons, right? And about the interview with Lori Ladd and the Starseed child, and how they were able to visit Arcturus and the things that they witnessed and they saw, that I myself have also seen certain aspects of what they were explaining. So when we look to the children, we understand, they are so very much in tune with source, and so very much frequency attuned to so many things, both planetary and unplanetary, that go on in this world, and they hold answers. Okay, and also we have the mountain here in the background. We have the new wave of starseeds coming in. So all the babies coming in, the new waivers of starseeds. We also have those intelligences just themselves being channeled into people right now. So people might feel very childlike, or tapping into their inner child, or playing or doing things that they used to love to do, as far as music, as far as dancing, as far as singing, poetry, drawing, whatever the case may be, activities that you used to do as a child, tapping into those. It's strengthening now because we have these attunements and these souls and these encodements and frequencies and light beings are all being downloaded on the planet as we speak, because it's helping to raise the planet's frequency, and it's helping us to raise everybody else's frequency around us. But this is really strong. I feel like a lot of you that are pregnant, or that are going to be, or that have recently had children within the last, let's say, 5 or 6 years, these are very strong starseed children here to really make a difference on this earth. And this is also asking you to have hope for the future, because new energies are coming in. And holy cow, did I not say in the Pleiadian reading that there's a new energy coming in? It's like an electricity. It's like an energy. It's not man-made. It's organic. It's new. It's higher dimensional. It's something that's going to be integrated. It's not anything close to 5G. 5G is nothing compared to this. This isn't like anything you've ever witnessed, experienced before. These new energies are coming in. These new souls are being birthed. Okay, these new frequencies are being downloaded. DNA is upgrading. We're getting attuned on so many different levels. Walk-ins are coming in. There's a lot going on for the Arcturian Starseeds this month. So that's what I'm getting here. I am going to pull a couple of the Starseed Oracle activations and just see what comes through. And I also want to pull just a couple constellations that the Arcturians are going to want you to tap into and channel into this month to receive the benefits of the energies that are coming in. So let's see. And what that means is these would be energies that you want to meditate with upon setting the intention to channel into these constellations would be very beneficial for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple constellations for the Arcturians for this month. What constellations do the Arcturians need to work with this month in channeling? Canis Minor. So this is Procyon. Procyon. You know, it's so interesting. My main guide is Arcturian, and one of the main stars that I am drawn to is Procyon. I do not hold any Procyon placements, but I am Orion. I am Mintakan, and Orion the Hunter has 2 dogs, Canis Major, Canis Minor. Canis Minor is Procyon. So usually when one holds a placement in Orion, they do hold, you know, a very strong affinity to one of the dogs of Orion the Hunter, which would be Canis Minor, Canis Major. We have links here. I'm also going to include in the description box below just a slight description of these constellations, and so when you set the intention to channel them in, you can visualize them. You can maybe I'll provide links below the description box so you can research them prior to setting the intention to channeling them in. You might not even have to do that. You might just be able to, you know, this is weird. Okay, we have the number 15 and 51. 15 and 51. That's a palindrome. That's a palindrome when the number literally mirrors itself. 1551 backwards and forwards. 1551. I've been getting some very strange angel numbers recently that aren't like the typical 333 or 1111. Like, these are very out there numbers, and for you Arcturians, I'm not surprised that you're getting very different and unique ones. But when you add the 5 and the 1 and the 5, what do you get? 66. So master number 66, which broken down is 3333. We ordered a pizza tonight. The total came to 3333. I looked on the clock all day today. I saw 1111. I saw 222. I saw 333. And I've been seeing those numbers so much. It's really interesting. Just something to think about. It might be a good number, 1551. to Google and see what message, what angel number message resonates for you. We have triangulum. This does not surprise me either. For the Arcturian symbolism, the image that I have always channeled in since the beginning has been the triangle with the snake going up it. What does a snake represent? The Shakti, the life force energy, the Kundalini rising, right? Your life force, your light body ascending, your consciousness ascending, reaching enlightenment at the peak. Triangle is also a safe portal. It's a safe portal to enter, and I have gone through many during bilocation, during meditation. So it's awesome. I'm going to insert a picture of what symbol I'm talking about in this reading, so that way you know what I'm talking about and can see it. But triangulum is going to be an amazing constellation for you Arcturians to work with, since this is part of your geometry, your actual origination geometry. So I'm going to pull just a couple of Starseed Oracle cards by Wizard Azanon. And as I mentioned, they come with little video activations that upgrade your DNA and help you to get attuned to the frequencies of the light that is being brought down forth onto the planet, and helps you attune to that. So let's see what cards come out. So let's see what this one is. This is the Dimensional Planes of Perception number 8. This is simultaneity, non-linear processing, and epiphany. Basically everything I described in this reading. It's awesome because on his channel, the planes of perception number 1 through 9 are within the same video timestamped. So you can just fast forward through the video to get to number 8 and watch that one. It's awesome. We have 80, which is 80, and then number 8, so master number 88 as well. And if you know anything about the number 8, on its side is a symbol for infinity. And Arcturians are huge on infinity, so it doesn't surprise me that that number came through your reading as well. All things infinite. Definite DNA upgrades. We have a 2 here again. Duality. Yeah, it's duality, and I didn't even read the name yet, and that's the first word on the card. This is adenine and thymine. So yeah, huge DNA upgrades. This is duality, this is contrast, this is trust, and this is also balance. And what came through your reading, where I was trying to pull the Temperance card. The Temperance card is all about balance, tapping into the etheric, yet grounding your energy at the same time. Be the channel and the rock. Andromedan Stargate. So the Andromedans are coming through right now, and they will be working with you this month as well. So not only the Sirians, the Pleiadians, the Mintakans, also the Andromedans. You guys are kind of all working together. Doesn't surprise me here. We have we have the number 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. This is invention. Did I not say this about you Arcturians? From the very beginning of the reading, we had innovation, because you guys are very innovative, and scientific pursuits. This is Arcturus all over it. Invention, innovation, scientific pursuits. So let's see, I'm going to read these, and then that'll complete your reading. Let's see. Dimensional planes of perception number 8. So this is the simultaneity, non-linear processing epiphany. The elements are air, water, light, ether. The crystals are sphalerite and silver. Chakras are all. Planets are Mercury and Pluto. Zodiac signs are Gemini and Scorpio. We have the Scorpio within the moon card as well. The veils between the worlds are now open for greater exploration of cosmic mysteries. Do you guys hear the train? Sign from Spirit. Perceptions are enhanced, allowing elusive threads to be seen that once may have just been out of reach, strengthening one's abilities to see both the internal and external workings of the universe, which are only mirrors of each other. And we have the palindrome number, which is the mirror number, okay? Which are only mirrors of each other that project causes and effects, providing experiential consciousness for comprehensive epiphanies. This This activates chromosome pairs 8 and 17 for enhanced manifestation. But what was I talking about with the moon and the sun and strengthening your emotions? Because chromosome 8 also works with compassion and empathy. And the only reason I know this is because I was doing research on the vaccine that they came out with, which I do not recommend anyone to take ever, because it actually limits the amount of chromosome firing into that chromosome within your DNA to limit your compassion, your empathy, and basically turn you into a mindless robot. I mean, you would be pretty much walking around with a heart but not knowing how to use it. Walking around with a mind but not knowing how to attune yourself to humanity and human frequency. So it's quite interesting that it enhances those chromosomes, okay? Let's see, adenine and thymine, which I just turned to, I kid you not. This is duality, this is contrast, trust, balance. The element is earth. The crystals are lapis lazuli and citrine. Does not surprise me. Lapis lazuli is always the one that I use to channel my Arcturian guide, always because of its deep blue nature and the ability to help you communicate higher dimensional frequency consciousness through a human linear voice on a third dimensional plane. Citrine is really great for manifesting abundance as well, and abundance is coming through quite a lot, and manifesting is coming through quite a lot for your reading. The chakras are all, the planets are all, the zodiac signs are all. The 2 hydrogen bonds between the DNA nucleotides adenine and thymine symbolize both the pairing and separation of opposites as related to form and formlessness, masculine and feminine, positive charge and negative charge, duality and balance, the competing polarities that create tension and growth and are the fundamental energies of creation. In musical terms, and we got the musical card as well, and we also were talking about the masculine and feminine in the dualism of the body, the dualism of thoughts, right? Rising above these. In musical terms, this equates to an interval. In musical terms, this equates to an interval, or the relationship between two things. Trust the contrast. And wasn't I saying we're starting to trust the shadow aspects of us? That is the contrast. That is the duality. So trusting the contrasts. Trust the contrasts, for they are given as evolutionary tools that balance duality for free will choices that provide comparisons and are catalysts for new learning. Multidimensional codes and information are being transmitted through the arts into these nucleotides, and the first 5 strands of DNA, the black, the physical body, the gray, the emotional body, silver, the mental body, gold, the spiritual body, and platinum, the causal body, for enhanced consciousness, connection, and healing. Did I not say that as well? Huge upgrades, DNA upgrades, in order for you to heal, in order for you to have compassion, and in order to heal. Because you are the healers, Arcturians. This is what you do. We have Andromedan Stargate, and this is the last card. And I'm not surprised this one came through, actually. Andromedan Stargate. So Andromeda is actually, it's like our Milky Way, except it consists of trillions of stars. And it's actually the galaxy that we are headed into, and I think it's like 1.7 billion years or something like that, but it's the next galaxy ascension form of our Milky Way that we're in now. So the symbolism is invention, it's innovation, it's scientific pursuits. The elements are earth and air. The crystals are descalizite and tenonite. The chakras are palms, your third eye, your crown. Planets are Earth, Saturn, Uranus. Zodiac signs are Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius. Regarded as astute inventors and engineers, the Andromedans from the constellation Andromeda are one of the most accomplished technological civilizations, known for building advanced crafts and starships. And we got the starship message in the beginning, the advanced technology of that came through right at the beginning. So are known for building advanced crafts and starships, focusing primarily on scientific research and study, using their considerable intelligence to build tangible tools and devices for the betterment of galactic societies. Look for innovative ways to enhance your pursuits, either by using or inventing new physical or technological tools that will facilitate your work. That's amazing. So That does complete your reading, Arcturians. Definitely let me know your thoughts and how the messages resonated for you in the comments down below. Please give this a like. Definitely consider subscribing. Thank you for all the new subscribers. If you like my energy and you want to find out your galactic origins, say you are Arcturian, Lyran, Sirian, Palladian, I do offer Starseed Origins readings. They're my most high in demand, most popular. All that information can be found in the description box below under my Etsy shop link. I also offer courses. I offer light language healings, crystal healings, and timeless readings. Also love readings now on there as well. Definitely check out the Palladian reading. I'll have that listed in the description box below, as there are many more messages that came through that you will need to hear as well, is what I'm getting. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I love you all so incredibly much. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Arcturians.